Hello, this is Son here, and today we've got a video where I'm going to show you 10 ways to take out the almighty ZOMG. So I know many people have trouble with this. The competitive players may not as much, but for most of the people out there, the ZOMG is a very tough thing to defeat, especially on round 22. So I'm going to go over 10 ways to defeat it. This is Bloons TD 5 sandbox, but everything in here will be just as effective, if not more effective, in battles, because these ZOMGs are higher health than the ones on round 22 in battles. So, with that, let's go to the first method. The first method involves a bunch of MOAB maulers, a 2-3 village, and an Arctic wind. This is the most common way to take it out in Bloons TD 5 and BTD Battles Flash. In mobile, this is not as used as often, but this is still effective. So this is oftentimes the most cost-efficient way to do it. The second way is 3 robo-monkeys. And the village is there just for price. But this is a very effective way, and most people don't realize how efficient the robo-plasma is in comparison to other towers. And that will wipe through pretty much any MOAB. Our third way is 3 Apache dart ships. This is also a very underused method. I've seen this used in competitive play sometimes, and in early game, this is very effective. Now keep in mind that will fall off late game though. The fourth way is a bunch of ninjas under a 2-1 village. This is by far the least known but very efficient method that people use to take down ZOMGs. This is amazing how effective it is, and sure it may be a little more expensive than other defenses, but it lasts. The fifth way is a bunch of 0-0 super monkeys under a monkey fort village with a Spectra in the back. So all these super monkeys are set to strong to rip through the ZOMG layer and some of the BFB layers, and then the Spectra is there to clean up. So you'll see in action how effective those super monkeys are at taking down the ZOMG layer, and the Spectra absolutely destroys the MOABs and ceramics. The sixth method is a bit of creative one. It uses a couple 4-2 chippers, balloon chippers, along with a bunch of 0-0 balloon chippers to take out the ceramic layers, and with a 2-3 glue gunner and a glaive lord in the back. So this is a very weird one, but it works, because you have the chippers to take away the MOAB class and the ceramics, and you have cleanup. And you can see here it works perfectly fine and absolutely destroys it. Our seventh way is another really creative one, using a 4-2 village, a 4-0 sniper, a 4-2 sniper, a glaive lord, 4-2-3 engineers, and a big one. So that's a lot, but it works, and I just want to be a little creative on a couple of them, and this will defend it, and uses a bunch of creative towers. Our eighth way is a bunch of turbocharges under a call to arms village, and the ZOMG is really slow, so not only do we get 1 cycle of the abilities, we get 2. So we get 1 to help take out the ZOMG layer, and then we get 1 to clean up. And this is super effective, albeit not that cost efficient, but it works. And you'll see we'll have all the abilities back for whatever the MOABs come around. And you see it slowed down a little just to allow for easier micro, but it cleans up perfectly fine. The ninth way is the temple. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. Full sacrifices, destroys it. And the 10th way is 4 Rays of Dooms. Sure, this may be very expensive for one ZOMG, but this works for group ZOMGs as well because of the high popping power of the Ray of Doom. So they may be low in their MOAB popping power, but they do really good versus these group MOABs. So while this may not be as effective for one ZOMG, if you get like 10 or 15 of them, they'll absolutely destroy it. And very effective, maybe not as effective as a temple, but still very effective if you don't have Super Monkey. And you can see they destroy those ceramics.